Well, great. I'd love to start by congratulating you on your ASC Award nomination.
Thank you. It's all super exciting.
Yeah, absolutely. Um, well, let's start at the beginning. How did you get involved in this show? What drew you to it? You shot 6 episodes, including your nominated episode. I'd love to hear just in general about that experience, first of all.
Absolutely. Yeah, Gotham Knights came about from I had worked with Jeff Hunt, who is a great director and very successful TV guy. We worked in the past on some episodes of Legacies, and he had this show that looked like it was going to come to fruition, and so we started chatting about it, and he absolutely threw my name in the hat for to James and Chad and Natalie, who were bringing the show to life. And yeah, we did the whole interview process and all that. And I compiled a lot of, I knew sort of what they were going for and compiled a lot of imagery for them. And we all hit it off great. And just was a really exciting project. Is something for me to work in the Gotham Batman world is just rich. It's a rich one to work with, and especially how it's been reinvented the past several iterations with Nolan's work, and then with Greg Fraser's work on the most recent one. The guys, Chad and James, the showrunners said, we want dark, we want moody, we want colorful, we want comic book, and so I all of that just got me excited about the potential, for the project, and so we leaned into that, and uh, developed our LUTs and sort of honed in like what the filtration and the style of the package would be, and working with Roger Chingarian, our other DP. He and I were alternating on the show.
Yeah.
Amazing to collaborate with him. He was just so helpful to come on board with. He shot the first one after the pilot, and
Mhm.
so then I followed that, and we really collaborated on setting the look, and had a good time with it. It was great. It was an amazing crew, amazing team involved all around, from the production side and the producers all the way down to the G&E crew and everyone involved. It was fantastic. So one of my best production crews I've ever had, with camera G&E
Wonderful.
as well. Yeah.
That's wonderful. So I'd love to hear a little bit more about how you balance these ideas of dark and moody Gotham with also leaning into comic book and all of that, how was that experience of melding this into its own unique amalgamation for the show?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, one thing that was like, I was looking at one of the references. There's an actual comic book series of the Court of Owls, which was sort of the arc of this season. And as I was looking through it, it's just the inky comic book blacks, right? The black levels that were just so rich and deep. And so that was one of the first things I thought, like, okay, how can I accomplish that? Especially with digital and with our LUT. And I thought, so to me, it became a little bit of something I don't do as often, but it was sort of lighting it up a bit and then being able to really squeeze the grade on the day and really sink those black levels down, to where we got those rich shadows.
Hmm.
Um, and so that and then also what became very important too was just really mixing color temperatures and really pushing into now what's fun with all the LED RGB units, being able to like really kind of push into those colorful choices that are so easy and accessible now, instead of having to swap gels and all that sort of stuff. Just dialing it in, having a look, and trying pushing it a little further with the saturation and things like that. So mixing the color temperatures, working with that contrast. Um, we ended up shooting with Panavision Primos, and then mixing in black satin filtration on there, just to get a little bit of a antique lens feel, to get a little bit more bloom in the highlights, and then mix that with that contrast. And yeah, we had good time shaping it.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's always fun to see how comic book worlds, especially Gotham, since it's something that has been visited so often, can be, spun a little bit and made into their own thing. I mean, I'd love to now talk a little bit more specifically about your nominated episode, and ask about anything technically, or uh, just any scene or scenario in it that really stands out as like, oh wow, I'm super happy about how we did this.
Yeah, yeah. This was one that, because it was a little further into the season, it was episode 11. And I remember hearing sort of whisperings about like, oh, episode 11, like we're working on this part of the script is like, and one of the writers in particular, Natalie, was very excited about it, for this dance club sequence that they were going to have a bit of a kind of a chase cat and mouse with the cops, and they were going to go into this dance club. And that's a new environment we hadn't done on this show before, and so that was exciting, to play that up, get some moving lights, get a lot of interactive lighting for them to. It's supposed to be sort of a visually chaotic environment for them to escape into, and then at the same time within that scene there's a bit of a kind of an intimate moment where two characters connect like they haven't before.
Mhm.
So that was fun to balance that, the sort of the visual chaos of all the moving lights, but then also to kind of like bring it into this close moment between these two. um that was fun. The other thing with this episode that we did that I enjoyed was there's some flashback stuff at the beginning, and there was some sort of getting drugged, getting sort of sedated within it. One of the characters gets sedated and kind of gets drugged away. And so with that, I said, well, what can we do with the optics, um, to translate that, to show that, so we used a set of tilt shift lenses,
Mhm.
put it on the steady cam, put it handheld, kind of mixed it up, really tried to throw my focus pullers for a loop. They did Jaron Daniels did an amazing job, and so we use that for the flashback at the beginning of the episode when a character is talking about her childhood, wandering around Arkham Mental Asylum, and
Mhm.
then also when one of the characters does get sedated. And I thought it was to good effect. It worked well, and kind of was unsettling, and worked
Yeah.
for the style of the show.
Yeah. So what's it like to be nominated for an ASC award for your work on Gotham Knights?
It's completely surreal. It's very exciting. I mean, it's beyond an honor, to be in this group of fellow cinematographers. The other episodes that are nominated are visually stunning, and I'm just kind of speechless that I'm even included in the group. So it's amazing, quite an honor. Again, like I said, one of the most incredible crews that I've had, from my gaffer Tully, and Justin, my key grip, and Stu, my camera operator, and Andrea, my DIT. Just an amazing group that really supported me as I was trying to figure out what we're doing, and moving through the process, and just provided solutions to all the various problems, on a tight schedule. So you can't do it by yourself.
Yeah.
You feel like you're supposed to sometimes, but it's amazing to have a great crew behind you making it
Yeah.
happen.